And we are back with two long lines of cars waiting to start to roll. Jesus Sicilia in front again. And this is G-Sim Racing and Carlos Porcel with my man here, Adrian Fernandez. How you doing?
I'm doing great, and I'm absolutely ready and excited for this very first race here, as the crowd is ready too. So we hope our viewers are ready for this first event of the three that we're gonna have in Hockenheim. 15-minute race on this racetrack as the base car pulls off on the back straight. They are gonna navigate the stadium section. We go through the top 10. Jesus Sicilia on the Hanahan International number 8 car on the pole position, joined by Jonathan Alvarez in the 34 maybe Motion Pictures car. In the second row, there is Víctor de la Fuente and David Pérez, Adrián Baeza and Antonio Jesus Villalón on row 3, Manuel Calvo and Ricardo Marina on row 4, Carlos Blanco and Alberto Toribio on row 5. So there are cars 2 turns from the start of the race.
Marcos, if I'm not wrong, Calvo. There he goes. Carlos Blanco chasing with CBD bosses behind that Healthy Nails cars of Marcos Calvo. And we have already a car in trouble, and the race is starting. Let's see how it goes in front as we approach the first turn. Wide action there. They're getting through the first turn already. Jesus Sicilia, Jonathan Alvarez chasing, and we got a triple 2 wide.
And I think David Pérez overtook Víctor de la Fuente outside the racetrack.
Víctor de la Fuente staying in front of Adrián Baeza, and Antonio Jesus Villalón trying to make the overtake on Adrián Baeza. That B-Social car staying in front, and a car spun there.
Very bad spot for that car.
Very, very bad. I don't know what might have happened there, but that Winstar Homes car was in the middle of the speedy section of the exit of the turn, and we are still having a 3 wide on the hairpin. 2 cars stuck together. Antonio Jesus Villalón, Ricardo Marina Rollón having an accident, and taking Diego Bande as well. Multiple crashes after that hairpin. And it was expected. Those avalanches, as we said in the qualifying session, Francisco, as well. Out of
what happened here, because there was quite a few drivers involving here. Doesn't look like we're gonna. Yeah, there we go. It was initiated, I think, as the number 9 was already spun off, and then it crashed with Antonio Jesus. But the initial crash happened earlier as they were exiting.
I think it was an entangled situation between the number 7 and the number 9. I don't know what happened there exactly, but Antonio Jesus Villalón and Ricardo Marina Rollón are going to have to respond to that in this last race, because it was very troubling for the rest of the pack. Jesus Sicilia still in front.
Alberto Toribio was also involved in some of the incidents as he's going through the pits, and look at the separation between the top 7 and the rest of the field as the crash happened in that section at the end of the top 10, and now we see very different names at the end of that top 10. I think Ivan Vivero in the 28 car is 8th in front of Carlos Fernandez Espinosa and Miguel Maroto. And all of them are like 15 seconds away from the leader, and this is lap 2.
Jesus Sicilia still not getting away from Jonathan Alvarez, David Pérez, and Víctor de la Fuente, as well as Adrián Baeza. The top 5 right there.
Look at the difference behind. The race has been completely broken, and I think the top contenders are already taking advantage of that. The top 7, which are the ones that have been unscathed from the madness that has gone behind them.
And more madness incoming.
Carlos overtaking Ivan Vivero for 8, I think.
At least going for it, but he's not having it. The number 33 staying in front, Monroe Skincare. Staying.
I think he's defending from Miguel Maroto. He's defending for 9th position with Miguel. Yeah,
there we go. The number 33 staying in front. That APL car still chasing. As we go again through the stadium, Miguel Maroto, the number 20 with the American Patriot League, staying behind that Monroe Skincare car. A lot of trouble, as Adrian just said. We saw a lot of cars having to dodge and also to
And
stop in the pit lanes. So I don't know what's going on with the drivers behind that number 7
that,
position.
then again, I'm kind of surprised that David Perez has retained third place, because I swear that I saw him going out the racetrack while overtaking Victor de la Fuente on the start. I think he was the one that used, at least on the front runners, that used more extensively that escape runoff. But anyway, he is still third, hasn't been penalized for it by the looks of that, and he is pressuring both Big Jesus Sicilia and Jonathan Alvarez for the lead, as the leader is not getting away. We said that already. He was gonna sweat this race, and so far he's doing it.
Yeah, he's going to have to work it, and Jonathan Alvarez is making him do so. Jonathan Alvarez, the number 34, with Maven Motion Pictures staying close behind that Heart to Heart International, going very wide, almost out of the track. Those two cars, David Perez is being able to close the distance a little bit, but those three cars very close together. They're going to bring quite the show right now, I think.
And you don't really want the game to say, or simulator to say, all right, you've gone too many times beyond the racetrack, you're going to have a penalty for track limits. That could very well happen, or a penalty for contact. So the drivers are trying to swingle that line between going hard and not being penalized for the driving. So far, they're keeping it very clean at the front, and this is shaping up to be a fantastic battle between the top three drivers, which I think they have been consistently the best three drivers throughout this 2021 season, even though David Perez is a bit behind in points due to having entered later.
Well, I have to say that the philosophy behind the penalizing system this season is more that if you make it, you pay it. If you break it, you pay it. So
yeah, exactly.
If they decide to take advantage of the incidents, they can use in the gap of penalties. They can go all for broke, and that's what we are seeing just now. They are using the whole track, and it doesn't matter if they go off track.
I'm surprised at how closely is Jonathan Alvarez able to follow Jesus Sicilia. It looks like Sicilia hasn't had any pace at all. He might be even blocking Jonathan Alvarez. I think he has more pace than Jesus.
Right now, it looks like it. David Perez is making a very subtle approach, not letting himself get carried away in the chase. And Jonathan Alvarez, the number 34, staying very close, making a little bit of a dusty image for the viewers right now. Is Jesus Sicilia with Heart to Heart International staying in front. Maven Motion Pictures still chasing, and another group of drivers doing the same motion between them. Carlos Blanco, CBD Bosses, the number 6, chasing Marcos Cabo, the number 1 with Healthy Nails RX. Behind him,
and
Jose Manuel Sicilia.
There's been a pass behind. Miguel Maroto has overtaken Carlos Fernandez Espinosa for the ninth position. So that's another change into the top 10, and now he's going to go for Ivan Vivero in the 28, who is holding on to that season best 8th place if he's able to finish there.
Miguel Maroto as well in a chase, and I don't know if that car from Manuel Parente and the Regency Beauty Pageant was a lapped car. I think he was.
Yeah, it is. He's 29th. 29th. He's lost a lap. Second driver lapped. At least the second highest placed driver who is lapped. We have 3 drivers that have lost a lap due to the incidents that have gone on. Jose Manuel Sicilia has also lost a lap in those incidents in the number 5 car, so that's another casualty, and that's certainly going to be a huge hit for his chances of finishing 4th in the standings, because David Perez is going to put himself quite in front of him.
Still bringing a show is Jose Manuel Sicilia, the number 5 with Alpauto paint, and very glad to see him go at it regardless of the situation. Jonathan Alvarez, the number 34, is the one that doesn't have to stop at all to be able to stay behind Jesus Sicilia.
There's another car lapped in front of them.
Yeah, more traffic in front, and they're going to have to be aware of that car in front. Jesus remaining first, and I don't know if Jonathan is going to get the chance to overtake as they approach that lap driver.
He might try this time around.
There we go. Making the move.
He's not going for it.
Just letting him know this is going to happen. 6 minutes to get to the end of the session, and we still have those 3 cars in the top 3 and the champion of the competition already. We can say Jesus Sicilia battling to show why he is there, and he's already giving us a very nice race today between himself, Jonathan Alvarez, and David Perez right now.
I'm kind of surprised at the approach that Jonathan is having right now, because I think that it will be more beneficiary for him to actually make Jesus more worried, not only for the front but for the back. I mean, if he's in the middle of a sandwich, Jesus Sicilia will have to be worried about David Perez. So I'm not sure if I understand what Jonathan is trying to do, but surely he is staying behind him on purpose. So I think those final 5 minutes are going to be electric as well.
Wise space for that lap driver to let the group in front go ahead. Let's see if he's going to stay away as well for Adrián Baeza. There we go, perfectly done. Adrián Baeza and Víctor de la Fuente following as well, and Jesus Sicilia having a twitch and a twitchy situation in that exit.
Did he lost the car and traction? That was I thought at first that he was getting out of the way. That was very weird. And look at David.
Also letting Adrián Baez and Víctor de la Fuente go through. I don't know what's happening to Jesus Sicilia exactly, but there we go with the fight still ongoing with Jonathan Alvarez and David Perez. Arca Products and Living Motion Pictures parallel together.
Sicilia has lost a lot of places. I don't know what happened to him, but he's certainly out of the picture, and they're battling side by side.
Still parallel. Second sector, they're going to the third sector. I don't know if they're going to stay together. And that's the way it's going to be.
There you go.
Jonathan Alvarez stay inside. They go through the hairpin very close together, and Jonathan Alvarez is going to stay first.
4 minutes to go, and they're battling like if it's last lap, but there's still like 3 laps to go.
Interesting moves already. David Perez going again at it. Jonathan Alvarez, Paper Motion Pictures staying in front. Alca Products, David Perez, number 19, staying in second position.
But I am befuddled of what happened to Jesus Sicilia. He's down to 5th place. He's lost position not only to Jonathan and David Perez, but with Adrián Baeza and Víctor de la Fuente. I'm genuinely surprised at what has gone on here. I'm not sure that maybe he had a hardware issue or something. I'm completely surprised by this.
He's staying in the chase with Víctor de la Fuente, I think it is, or Marcos Calvo, not sure.
Now he's lost a place with Marcos Calvo. So I'm not sure what is going on, but he's going very slow.
Breaking late. Yeah, Jonathan Alvarez breaking late, breaking strong, and David Perez is not yet able to make the overtake in a solid manner. Jonathan Alvarez defending and staying in front, going as fast as possible right now. The number 34 with Maven Motion Pictures making their sponsor happy again.
Yeah.
With a win. It could be after this 2 minutes if he stays in front.
I was thinking at first that it might have been a slowdown because of track limits, but it cannot be slow. The game slowing you down because it has already gone on for way too long. He's lost way too many positions. I would like to know what's going on, but then he's left us with a fantastic fight for the win. And I think Adrián Baeza is trying to get. He's the one behind David Perez, isn't he?
Not completely sure, but it is, third right now. Adrián Baeza with Be Social, the number 16. followed by Victor de la Fuente, the number 25, with Ocean Landing, and both of them able to get close to the two in front, Jonathan Alvarez and David Perez. Let's see what's happening to Jesus Cecilia right now with his brother.
Jesus in 7th place right now. Yeah, look at that.
Letting drivers go by. I don't know. Maybe he's in the spirit of Christmas, letting drivers get some points before
but you know, he might be, but you know, when you get into the race, I like to be raced 100% as I'm racing. I know this is strange because we know it happened quite suddenly with 4 minutes ago. So, well, but still have that battle for the win, and let's see if Jonathan Alvarez or David Perez are going to take the cookie for this first race. We're gonna have one more lap after this one.
Very wide entering this stadium, very fast going through Satch, and Jonathan Alvarez still in front, 20 seconds to get to the end of the session, and I think they're going to have to do an extra lap to get to the end of the first 15-minute session of the day. We're going to have 3, remember, and the last one will be 30 minutes, and this is going to be the last lap. Jonathan Alvarez staying in front, maybe motion pictures, the number 34, with David Perez very close behind, as well as Adrián Baeza having a chance to close up as well. Victor de la Fuente as well.
David is going to have initiative, but if Adrián Baeza is smart, he could take advantage from that. If the two drivers tangle or if they get too much intertwined between each other. So let's see what happens in the hairpin and after the hairpin.
It's going to get hot in here. Well, it's going to get hot in here.
He doesn't go for it. Whoa! They touch.
A little bit of a bump between David Perez and Jonathan Alvarez. The number 34 in front with maybe motion pictures, and David Perez second with Alca Products, the number 19 staying in a chase, but with quite a problem behind as well. That is Adrián Baeza with the B Social, the number 16 is staying third, and I don't know what's going to happen here. Very wide approaching Satch.
Jonathan has it in the back. He can only lose it here.
Jonathan Alvarez, the number 34, is going to be able to finish this first round first. And yes is the answer. There he goes in front. Adrián Baeza almost being able to make the overtake. David Perez staying second. And Victor de la Fuente fourth. Very nice race between all of our drivers. Very mysterious what happened there with Jesus Cecilia. Don't you think, Adrián?
Yeah, that was unexpected and unprecedented. I don't know what went there, if he had a hardware issue or maybe he had a mechanical in the car or something. You know that those things kind of happen, that you have a bump or you go over something on the racetrack and the car stops behaving correctly. But he's finished the race. He's finished 7th. So yeah, that he was being pressured. I was telling you earlier that I didn't think that he had the pace to be in the lead, and Jonathan didn't really want to take the lead, and he didn't even need to take the lead because at one point Jesus just stepped away from the lead. So that left us with that fantastic fight for the win. Jonathan has been able to fend David Perez for another race win on this fantastic season, and well, we started with a bang.
And as we get finished with the first round, we are going to get ready for the second practice session of the day. We will have another qualifying and race session as well, and heading to the final round, that it's going to be the GHA jackpot. So we are going to take a quick little break, and we will be right back. Stay tuned, stay with us, and keep having fun.